Yes, my name is Ruby Reed, and I have in the studio with me Bukola Femi Ajala.
Yes.
Good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon. Good afternoon, Rudy. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, listeners. How was the day been?
Mm-hmm.
It's a Wednesday,
Yes,
middle of the week,
yes, we have 2 days left for the working days.
working day. Yeah.
All right, the numbers to call in on Panorama to air your thoughts and contribution is 07000 or 090 and you can send in your text or WhatsApp message to 070 317 56537. That is 070 317 56537. This is Panorama. Okay, so today we're going to be discussing about we're going to talk about the they form a major part of our legislative arm of government, and they are very important. So this headline says, "Don't sack Senate. Sorry, don't advocate Senate scrapping. Sack us in 2023." Lawan tells Nigerians. Okay, so this says that President of the Senate, Ahmad Ahmad Lawan, has warned that there could be anarchy if the Senate is scrapped, as being clamored by some Nigerians. Also, he said rather he challenged those who are not happy with the senators in the current ninth Senate to vote them out in 2023. All right. And he started this when he was doing a retreat, for the top management staff of the National Assembly and National Assembly Service Commission in Abuja. He described the Senate as a lever that ensures that all states are represented by three senates each, unlike the House of Representatives, where states with higher population produce higher number of lawmakers. And he went on and on about it. But the issue now is this. He said that they should not that they should not advocate for the Senate this thing, what's it called? That they shouldn't advocate to Senate scrap that instead they should sack them in 2023. So Bukala, what is your take on this? Because I really don't want to start.
Okay,
Yes.
well, yeah. I will start by saying I don't want the Senate president to change the narrative because, I mean, from my own perspective, I think he's trying to change the perspective. I'm not too sure the clamor is to sack.
Mm,
It's more of, can we look at the cost of governance? And seriously speaking, if you look at a family that the husband has been wealthy, rich, I mean, everything was going good for them, and then
yes.
suddenly, because of mismanagement,
Mm,
let's be practical now, because of mismanagement and lack of hindsight, not being productive, I mean, consuming our resources, not being efficient in producing things out of it. Somehow, the fortune of the family dwindles, and the so-called resources that they had before was not there. And you still want to live the same lifestyle.
mm,
Something is funding it. Indirectly or directly, you go out to borrow money. For how long are you going to continue borrowing money? Why I said indirectly or indirectly, someone can challenge me and say, oh, but the monies that they are using to the monies that they call the loans are used for capital. But let us look at it. Let us sweat the budget.
okay.
Can we afford it? Obviously, that that head of the home, if he's right, if he has right senses, he
Mm,
will sit down and say, okay, we go for summer trip every year. I don't think we can afford that. Okay, we go for dinner every Friday and every Saturday at exclusive restaurants. I don't think we can afford that.
Mm.
Okay, we buy clothes every week. We take the children out for shopping. I don't think we can afford that. So it begins to cut it down. Even if they're able to cut down 1%, because if you look at the tone of the president, the Senate president, he's saying that we are not looking at the 99% of the budget.
Mm.
What comes to them is just less than 1% of it. They are taking about 129, or that's just 130 billion. And I'm saying that even that 130 billion, can we reduce it? Even if we can reduce it by half and take that half and divert it into the health sector or even the schools,
Okay.
and let us see the effect of it. So it's not about we saying, for me personally, it's not about we saying scrap the Senate. We are saying that, can we afford it? I would like us to take that conversation from that perspective. Maybe when we begin to see that we cannot afford it, then we can now say, okay, what can we afford?
Mm.
Like I was trying to do a little bit of study of some of the economics. I mean, the economies that also do the bicameral system.
Okay.
You have the USA there. I mean, it's so recent. Everybody knows that they have 50 states. No, be so.
Mm.
And in the states, it's two. We have 36,
Yes.
and every state has three. So some people will say, must we have three? I mean, if US, I mean, the economy that we always, it's very quick for us to say, oh yeah, it is US, it is US. You cannot compare the economy with ours.
Mm.
They are even helping us. At times they'll say they are sending aid. I mean, it's
Yeah.
another ballgame. But
Yeah.
the truth about it is that they seem to have gotten it right somehow in terms of the economics. And yet they're not saying, if they want to have four, nothing stops them from having four because they can afford it. But in our own case, must we afford three? Can we not look in house to say, okay, we can't afford this? Can we look at three? India is one of the countries that are doing bicameral. Look at it. Even in the House of Rep, is 100. Our own. And what's the population of China? 1 billion. Our own population is 200.
Yes.
USA is about 300. They are not saying, they're not looking at the population size to say and say, okay, we can afford these things. But they're also looking at, one, the resources they have, and two, they have been able to overcome, what we are so struggling with, efficiency and effectiveness.
Mm.
I agree to one point what Lawan said, and it's true. And that has always been what I'm advocating for, even if I'm the lonely voice.
That it should scrap Senate.
I'm not saying scrap. He said, rather than you saying scrap,
Yes.
2023 is round the corner.
Sack us.
If you don't want us, the power is in your hand. That is what he's saying.
Now, what I feel,
Yes.
Sorry to cut you short, what I feel is, like, I don't know, but I'm just imagining in my head, the Senate are saying, all of the benefits that come to them, they've gotten so acquainted and well, structured with it, they go with the flow. So it's like, instead of insulting us, to me, to say you want to be reducing us or whatever, Kuku tell us to leave. We will settle for less.
You see, somebody said, I think it was in my teenagers, and that had stuck.
Mm.
That when somebody is saying nonsense,
Yes.
delete the norm,
And
hold
take
on
out
to
the
the sense.
Mm.
So let's delete the norm, what he's saying, and let's look at the sense. The sense that he's saying is that, hey, you have the power, but you're not using it. And it's a pity.
That's what we don't know.
We have the power, but we're not using it. You see, really, even if that is all we're going to achieve today, I'm blessed. Maybe until now, some people have not even gotten it. Some electorate have not even gotten it. Some citizens have not gotten it. We all clamor for the president the president, underneath the president is the vice president. You
Yes.
understand? I mean, once you vote, I mean, it
President
goes along,
automatically,
you know, and then you look at the governors, and then,
Mm.
of course,
The deputy
the
go
deputies goes
alongside.
along. But you see, majority of the people that vote for the assembly, both the House of Rep and the senators, right?
Mm.
They only vote. What is the ruling party? Okay, is this? They
Is
just
that
vote. They don't even understand their role. A majority, some do. Majority do not even understand their role. Some people do not even understand. Okay, eh, you know, at times even for that particular day of election, you find out that the population it dwindles.
Mm.
It dwindles. Most people will not even come. They say, so over the time, over the years, the people that are there, they have been having that ticket so easy. All they just need to do is just ensure that their party is the reigning party.
Mm.
So when you get to that day, you want to vote for the House of Rep and whatever, you just say, just clamor, you pam.
Mm.
But our mumu is it don't go. This is the time that we are shining our eyes. This is the era of Sorosuke.
Mm.
We need to begin to look at that because the truth about it is that there's nothing bad in bicameral system. Honestly, if you really look at it, it helps with the law. It makes you to sweat. You know, it's like a check and balance with the executive. You
Yes.
understand? And then you see it also helps with representation to ensure that everyone is represented. But like I said, we can't afford that now. There is a way they can reduce it. Either they look at it to say, okay, maybe two per state or whatever it is. We'll get to that. But so that I do not digress, the issue is when we look at their functions, oh, they have oversight functions, they have committees that they look at, and blah blah blah. And then, of course, in terms of their law, they ensure that okay, we are representing the people well. Okay, if a bill comes from them, they send it to the lower house for,
Yes.
for concurrence, and ditto too. And then when both parties and when both houses are saying yes, this is good, and then they are sending it. So in terms of their function, it is good. It has worked for Canada. Canada is using it. USA is using it. France is using it. Russia is using it. And I think, you know, there are quite a lot of big economies that are using it.
Mm.
But when it comes to Nigeria, like I said, I am not saying scrap by camera, but we can have a conversation where we want by camera, we want unilateral. That's another conversation. But we are talking about Senate. Do we need to scrap it? For me, I really don't think we need to scrap it.
Okay.
But I think we need to look at two things. One, can we reduce the cost of governance in that place? Look at the so-called allowances and the waste that is in there, right? There's a lot of waste.
It's very funny after looking at the furniture allowance, wardrobe allowance. Then they even have miscellaneous, and
it is waste, and that is why I said. I mean, that's why I initially painted a picture
yes
of a man who is very wealthy before because we had money.
Mm.
You know, I mean, then they said the so-called head of state was saying spending is our problem. You understand? You know, but we had money then, but we mismanaged it. We did not go into production. You know, we became lazy. Just like the Bible says, that is a lazy man that will go to hunt, but he cannot roast. Too bad. He can, but he cannot roast. Just like we have our oil, we cannot refine.
Yes.
You understand? So, but that's, like I said, that's another story for another day. But back to what we are discussing now is that one, the cost of governance, even if it's less than 1% of the budget, it still makes a lot because they can move money from that and plug into health and plug into education. Those two things are dying, seriously dying. So even if it's half, they can cut all those things. And me, my own, if you really look for, if you really ask me, I think for now everybody should sacrifice. They should not see that place as a place where they have to benefit for generations to come. They should see that place right now that we are going through serious issues in Nigeria. They should see that place as a place of service.
Okay, we'll follow that till we have a call. Hello, good afternoon. Fine, good afternoon. Not yet.
I'm doing great. No, she's not today.
Yes, she had something to attend to.
Yeah.
Hmm. Thank you very much. All right, and that's fine. We might actually, be smiling about it, but it's a painful thing when a bunch or a hunk of our money is centered on one aspect of the government, to pay for their funding and salaries and wages and bills, and then the other sectors,
Yeah.
sectors
Yes.
is suffering.
That's why I said let's create the right narrative. The narrative we should be pushing is that even if you are taking 1% of the budget or 0.1% of the budget, we do
Hmm.
not want waste because we can't afford it. There are areas that need that money. Even if it's 1 million, do you know what 1 million can do for a primary school? It can put in the furniture, it can do the windows,
Hmm.
it can do the floors. You
Even books.
understand? It can do books. I visit schools a lot, and it is pathetic that some people will come to school with no exercise book, exercise book. And I'm saying that,
Hmm.
okay, it's free education. Yes, you could say, okay, the parents should pay for that. I mean, the parents should, I mean, they're sending their students. Why can't they give them exercise book?
Books.
But I'm also saying that even if the parents cannot, we have the resources in Nigeria to take care of that. Of how much is exercise book? But that's a story for another day, so that we do not digress. Now, the second point I want to make, apart from the cost of governance, is let's look at their functions. Are
Hmm.
they effective? And that was what the Senate president was actually saying as well. That you should hold us accountable. You should tell us if what we are doing is not right. Like I said, let's remove the none and hold on to the sense. And that is why I'm saying 2023 is around the corner.
Hmm.
If we don't shine our eyes to say, who is coming in, who is representing my constituency, who is representing my senatorial district,
Yeah.
I want to know what you have done. There, there are governors that did not do so well. We can't start mentioning their names. They know themselves. They did. They were there. They did not do anything. And before you know what is happening now, they are now as senators doing what?
All right, we have a call. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. What's your name and where are you calling from? Leo, okay. Leo, good to have you on the show. Yes. Please go ahead with your contribution. No, the Senate. The Senate. Mm, mm, Mm. All right. All right. All right. Thank you very much, Leo. Yes, it is 18 minutes to the hour of one on Women Radio WFM 91.7, the voice of women, and this is Panorama. And I'm your host, Ruby Riddy, for the meantime. And I have Bukola Femi Ajala in the studio with me this afternoon. The numbers to call in is the numbers to call in are 07917 or 090 Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Fine, thank you. Bukola Femi Ajala.
We're doing great, sir. We're doing great, sir.
We're fine. Mm. 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 Yes, I'm with you. I hope not. I pray not. All right.
Mm,
Nigeria will be delivered.
mm,
Imagine, that unfortunately, I must say, Bukola, that is the major sentence that comes out from a lot of Nigerian citizens. Nigeria, they tell you Nigeria is in trouble or we are in trouble in this
mm,
country.
mm,
So they tell you instead of us to continue facing all of this, let us leave the country. I tell you. And it's unfortunate,
mm,
honestly, it is.
mm.
But now I even feel that why would the Senate president come out and tell us there will be anarchy? Sounds like a threat to us.
Well, you see, it's going on our intelligence and it's going on our mindsets. And
Mm,
that's why I said we have to create a narrative. It's an
right.
era of we Sorosuke.
Mm,
He has done his own Sorosuke. And it is either you take it or you leave it. But we will not take it. We will not even swallow it.
hmm.
Okay, is that a call coming
Yeah,
in? Yes, we will not swallow it. We will throw
okay.
it back at him to say, no, you cannot do that. You cannot even tell us that we can. You are selling us a product we will not buy.
Buy into.
Yes, we will not buy because he cannot say there's going to be anarchy. Like the caller said, there are economies that's practice camera. But they have his own advantages, they have his own disadvantages.
Hmm.
I mean, those that practice it, I mean, Armenia, Bulgaria, Denmark, Hungary, Turkey, Sweden, Sweden. Well, by the time you compare, you want to know which one is good. For me, yes, the checks and balances are good. I will always go for bicameral, but like I told you, we've got to look at the cost of governance and we've got to look at the efficiency. Are they efficient? And that is where
Hmm.
I want to go. That
Are they even accountable to us?
that's what we are saying.
Hmm.
That is why I'm saying that look, the journey of 1,000 miles starts with a step. That's the truth. Let us understand their role. A lot of people are now beginning to understand the role of these so-called people that are in the National Assembly. You know, the House of Rep, and of course our senators. We are now beginning to understand their role, that they are just there feeding fat. They have used it as a career. Check out a lot of people. How many bills have they even brought out? And the bills they have brought out, are they bills that are reasonable? You understand? All I just see them is they just carry their agbada as if the agbada is becoming. I mean, like if you don't wear the agbada, I'm so sorry. It's appalling, you know, that the way they carry it, and then most of them, they don't even have the brains. You understand? Most of them
not
do not
qualified.
They don't have it. You understand? Like I said, they just got there on a platter of gold, and that is why I'm saying that let us shine our eyes come 2023. This is the time we need to begin to look at who are the ones who are representing us in our senatorial district, and who are the ones that are representing us, you know, in terms of our constituency. You understand? And you see, the truth about it is that your values will always speak for you. Truly, majority of the people that are there, like the last caller said, it will be a miracle if they come out to say, let us cut our costs to the extent that we are only here, we will only receive sitting allowances, and that is when we come to sit. You understand? It will take God for them to look at that and look, this is the time for us to serve our nation. I mean, Shemi is in our the national anthem. We want to serve our nation.
Yes.
Our nation cannot afford it, even if it's 1%, even if it's 1% of the budget. You understand that?
Yes.
Can we? Okay,
we have a call. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. What's your name and where are you calling from? Your name is Rajid. Hello? Oh, we lost that call. Please call back again. All right, call back again on 07000 090-256-25455. And yes, you can send me your text or WhatsApp message to 070-317-56537. That is 070-317-56537. This is Panorama. Okay, so over to you, Bukola.
Yes, I was trying to get to nail a point, and I pray the Lord will help me nail that point so that we will understand what we're doing. You see, the values of a man are the ones that will make or shape you. The so-called values that I think, okay,
we have a call. Please. Hello, good afternoon.
Let's speak it.
Hello. All right, do call back on 7,917 or 090-256-25455. This is Panorama. All right, so over to you.
Okay, fine. Yes, I was talking about the values that the so-called people that are there now say, can we come up with a bill whereby that we are here to serve, we will only take sitting allowance. All these funny things that they are giving us, furniture, blah blah blah. Don't they have work? Are they not supposed to be entrepreneurs? Are they not supposed to be technocrats? Are they not supposed to be professionals?
Yeah.
Don't they have a business that they will live, and then they will now bring their own children? It's not a problem if you have children that are capable and have the gumption. I mean, like I would say, I'm ready to serve. Yes. I don't have a problem with that. I mean, there are families like that you know that yes, oh, they have values, you know, and they are bringing those values to the table. But when you don't have, and you are now using it like a family dynasty, that is why your family, your generation, you know, that is what they have turned into, and that's what we are saying we do not want. So come 2023, even right now, let us begin to look at it. Who are the people that are already showing their heads? You know, that I want to be there. Because if we do not do that now, mind you, Ruby, 2023 will come. The so-called people that are there, they will want to continue. If they don't want to continue, they will want to bring their own person there. And then they will now say, it's an agreement. I will push you to this seat, but this is what you give to me. That is why you find out that governors that have governed their states, they will be back. Before you know what is that, they are back as senators. And I'm wondering that, excuse me.
Hello.
What's happening? You understand? For me, I think it's even a big shame.
Hmm.
You understand? You did not serve well as a governor in
Then
your
you're
state,
back
and you're now back.
as a minister or senator.
As a senator. So you're now ruling one third of what you. I mean, it to me it looks it's madness, and we should not condone that. So that is why we're saying, come 2023, let us go the same way we want to. I mean, the same mass, the same energy that we have. No.
Okay.
Not, yeah, of course, fine. Yes, I mean, yes, it's part of it. But the same energy we use, you say everybody will come out, let us vote for our president, let us go for the governor. It should be the same energy. We must go and say, okay, this is the person we want to represent us. We do not want to, even if the person is coming from the majority, the popular, whatever. Once you know that those values, you can't have it, go for the person that has the value. And let us look for some of us that read the Bible, just to explain what it means by value, that your values are the ones that will bring out the policy. If you have good value system, the policies you will bring will be good. Check out the person that, I mean, the law the law found him not to be guilty. Meanwhile, it was so glaring that the person went into a sex toy and harassed somebody, tortured somebody. Everybody saw it, and at the end of the day, the law came out to say we did not find him guilty. Now, and then somebody, that same person, now comes on here to now say he is proposing a bill to silence us. You will know that that is the value. So look at Esther. How did Esther come? Esther came by policy, right?
Yes.
The king said, "Vas to come and dance," and she said, "I cannot come and dance." And then Memucan now said, Memucan is one of, I mean,
executive,
like you said, the policy makers.
Yes.
And he said, if a old queen in front of everybody says, "I cannot come and dance," that means before you know what is happening, our wives
would start to disrespect us.
So that was a value issue. For him, the thing is that, Oga, you know what you do? Sack her. It's a value issue. So from his own value came a policy. And that is why we are concerned about the values we have. So check out the person who has that value. That is why you find out that the so-called US was it yesterday or 2 days, about somebody that US sent their Navy SEALs to come and rescue somebody.
Yes,
that is a value person. Their values is anywhere you are as a citizen, right? We will come and get you. We will come and get you. And it pains me. Even our students, everybody knows about the students, the nice students of this university, that they were adopted. But thank God they've been released. But listen to one of the comments of a sister to one of them. Said they did everything by their own effort. Even the security people failed them. Government failed them. And I'm saying that, what kind of country are we? We do not value ourselves. So these are the kinds of things that we must begin to look at. The people who are coming 2023. We have to start now.
Okay, we have a message from Kodilinye Ezekwedili from Igbonwa. He said it will be folly of us if we wait for 2023 for any sort of monumental positive change. The time is now for electoral reforms, and mainly constitutional reforms. Our electoral process is a fraud, and electorate votes can't be protected. He said we need to start demanding change in 2030. He made another statement, but I can say that on air. Yes. All right. We have another message from Omoyinka from Iju. It says, let's review the electoral law to accommodate electronic voting so that our votes will count. And this will reduce electoral violence come 2023. That is Omoyinka from Iju, Lagos. All right. That is all from our text line and WhatsApp message. All right. So to conclude with it, because of our time, we have 5 minutes.
Okay. So let me respond to that. Okay. Okay. I want to respond to that. I believe in doing things step by step, principle by principle.
Okay.
I totally agree that we must clamor for reforms. We must clamor for the electoral bill. We must clamor for electronic voting.
Okay.
Who are the people who are going to pass the laws? It's a constitutional thing.
Mm.
It's not this kind of people. So let's take it step by step.
Okay.
It's like you want to build a house and you have not even laid the foundation, and you're already saying we must have this kind of window, we must have this kind of fitting, we must have this kind of thing. Let's do it step by step. The people that are going to push for the electoral laws are the people that have values.
Mm.
So let's put the people that have values in there. You might say yes, rigging and all that. The truth about it is that most of this rigging occurs at the presidential and government. Like I said, a lot of people don't know. They just go there and just vote. You understand? Some of them will not even vote. They say which one concern me.
Mm.
And but they don't know that that is the one that is critical. So I am saying that can we begin to shine our eyes that come, let us go massively and vote for the people that have values
Mm.
that will now go in there. When you have majority of them, they will now say, you know what, let us do this. Let us ensure that our voting will count. Let us ensure the electoral reforms. I mean, they will now begin to bring out right policies.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Bukola Femi Adeola. We've come to the end of the show today on Panorama. My name is Ruby Rudy. And yes, you can follow us at WFM 917 on all our social media handles, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. We've come to the end of Panorama. Today, join us same time, same station from 12:15 to 1 p.m. on Women Radio WFM 91.7. Have a lovely afternoon ahead.
Thank you.
0090583766.
This person said
Your
Buhari is
camera.
a clique.
It's come to.
He said Buhari. Oh, I said I could not read this. He said Buhari is a clique.